Greetings, fellow humans, and welcome to the rapid fire book tag. Normally, I do take my sweet time. I almost said something else, but yes, my sweet time to do these videos. But this time, I have 25 questions, and I'm going to answer as quickly as possible, which isn't easy for me because I do like to ramble a lot. Let's get to it. Question 1: ebook or physical book? I would say physical book. I always like to touch a book, and I like knowing a book by its weight. A paperback or hardback? Paperback is a lot more convenient and comfortable to read. Hardback, I like the collections, but I find myself struggling to read them. It's super random. Question 3: online or in-store book shopping? I'd say both, but when you go in a store, it's like, one thing is to see the JPEG and the thumbnail, and another thing is to see the book, and you're like, I can't hold up, and you have to buy it. The main rule is to read. You know, you can't keep buying and not read, so read. Trilogies or series? I think series. It doesn't have to be a trilogy. I know I'm writing a trilogy, but it just happened that way. It was going to be a tetralogy, but it wasn't working that way. I like series. Yeah, series. Heroes or villains? I like both, but I think I'm more fascinated by villains. Some of my favorite characters are villains. You know, I have a really, really long relationship with the Joker, and I don't think he's a good guy. Question 6: a book you want everyone to read? My books. Any of my books. No. Honestly, The Little Prince. I think people would be better. We would have a better world if people read and took The Little Prince to heart, honestly. Recommend an underrated book. Unlondon by China Mieville, or Mieville, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I think that book is brilliant and super fun to read. It's YA and it's really cool. The last book that you finished, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is a cursed book because some people are hating it. I enjoyed it. I had a good time reading it. The last book that you bought, a Leonard Cohen, a Leonard Cohen poem collection, poetry collection. Weirdest thing I've used as a bookmark: a candy bar. Used books, yes, Norm? Yes, I have bought used books. On several occasions, I do like to buy a new book, but if there's a bargain, I've been known to buy a used book. Don't see anything wrong with that. Top 3 favorite genres: sci-fi, fantasy, and YA. Period. Borrow or buy? Buy. I hate borrowing because I could be 2 years with a book looking at it and staring at it and not reading it, and I don't want to have someone else's book that long. So if I borrow it, you know that it's a gift. I'll try to lend you one. Characters or plot? Characters. I do need a plot to be interesting, but I have noticed that if a character is engaging and captures my attention, it's a lot. I ground and connect a lot more with that work. Question 15: long or short books? Both. I like to vary it up. I have some really long books. I have some really short books. I don't like it to always be long or to always be short. I like variety. Long or short chapters? Again, whatever is needed to tell the story correctly. I read Da Vinci Code and didn't mind the short chapters. I've read Lord of the Rings, don't mind the long chapters. I think short chapters make for a quicker read because you go like, I'll just read a couple of chapters today while you're reading pages. I don't know. Question 17. Name the first 3 books that came into your head. The Chronicles of Narnia series. I got stuck there. H.P. Lovecraft collection and Carrie. Those are the 3 top books. I don't know why I thought those books. And by the way, I did enjoy Carrie a lot. Books that make you laugh, cry. That make me laugh: Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Discworld, and Sick Puppy. All completely hilarious and just so smart and funny. That made me cry: Ten Yen True, which is an indie book. Um, Certain books within the Harry Potter series made me cry like a baby. The first time I read something that made me cry was the comics I mentioned in another video, the Bloodsword comics. Those comics made me cry. So yeah. Our world or fictional worlds, both. Uh, I like variety, and I like to see both because it's cool to see what you can do in this world and make it fiction. Make a fiction that is engaging and really interesting. But I want to see a completely new world as well. I like both, and I like writing both as well. Audiobooks, yes or no? I've listened to a couple. I'm not hooked, but I've listened to a couple. Some are awesome, others are blah. I've actually There's actually been a couple of books that I did not like the audiobook, but I enjoyed the book, and I don't think that's ever happened vice versa. Don't do you Question 21: Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Of course. Let's not. No, because I'm so deep. I'm always no. We all look for something that resonates visually. That's what makes us pick up. It's either the title or the cover. There's covers that you go like, not for me. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I think TV. They're doing a better job adapting correctly. I don't like how some movies just chop up a story and do whatever they can just to, yeah, here's the book. It's like, ah. I think with TV there's a lot more flexibility to do things right. A movie or TV show you prefer to its book? Interview with a Vampire. I wasn't that fond of the book. I'm not a huge Anne Rice fan, although I am a huge fan of Anne Rice as a person. How she's done what she's done, the way she does it, and the way that she conducts herself, I think it's super admirable. I'm just not super fond of her writing. I don't know. Maybe I have to read it again. Series or standalone? Series. I do enjoy standalone books, but there's something about a series that you can really sink your teeth into. I also write both. It's fun for different reasons. I can't choose one over the other. But if I had to, I'd say series just so that you have more to chew on. And who do you tag? I'm going to tag 10 people because I feel like it. Joshua Robertson, Amy Irene Winters, Joe Compton, Jess from Rebel Reads, Peter Clark the writer, Emma Gillers, I don't know, she's really cool, very nice. Xiaomi, J.D. Archer, Jason Greensides, and Christy Stratos because I can. So you're tagged. If you like this, click that, subscribe, tell people. And if you want to make an indie writer very happy, read my books, please. For now, though, peace, love, Maki Rose.